India lifts restrictions on 14 drugs. However, hydroxychloroquine is still under the licensed category. The government has said it will supply essential drugs to the worst-hit nations and that the stock positioning of hydroxychloroquine could allow certain countries to meet export commitments that they had contracted. That's the information coming in now on certain drugs. Remember, there is a list of 14 drugs on which the restrictions have been lifted. However, that does not include the hydroxychloroquine drug, which is an anti-malaria drug that a lot of countries now believe are being used for COVID-19 treatment as a preliminary measure. However, India has not released hydroxychloroquine drug as of now, so the export of this particular drug in India is still prohibited. In fact, that has become a bone of contention now between India and the United States. India has made its position very clear that depending on the stocks, countries will be able to meet the export demand of hydroxychloroquine. So not making any direct commitments on whether this drug can now be exported or not. Perhaps buying a little bit more time to check on whether the stocks are adequate or could allow the export of this drug. In fact, there's also a word of caution now coming from the MEA on this particular drug, where the MEA says that we have seen some attempts by sections of media to create unnecessary controversy over the issue of COVID-19 related drugs and pharmaceuticals. The statement says that like any responsible government, our first obligation is to ensure that there are adequate stocks of medicines for the requirement of our own people. In order to ensure this, some temporary steps were taken to restrict the exports of a number of pharmaceutical products. In the meanwhile, a comprehensive assessment was made of possible requirements under different scenarios. And after having confirmed the availability of medicines for all possible contingencies currently envisaged, these restrictions may be lifted. So that's the statement coming in from MEAs. So certain countries may be receiving this drug as an import, but India as of now has not released the export of hydroxychloroquine.